Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm April Martinez.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And good morning and thank you so much for having us this morning in your homes.
It's a beautiful Thursday morning.
It is hot.
It's hot, but you drove up from Bemopan.
Yeah.
I drove up from Belize City. I live in Belize City, but there is a view of the sunrise that those who woke up early this morning would have been able to catch. Beautiful, amazing. Just that orange sun reminding you that you're about to be scorched today if you are working outside. But it was just a sign that we're about to enter a beautiful day. For the most part.
It's a sign that we're about to enter the dry part of the dry season. April and May are one of the more scorching hot months. So,
but you know, who knows? We'll talk. Of course, we'll get a weather update this morning. But who really knows the way the weather is functioning right now? We just got over a
cold front in March.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So and then to go from a cold front straight to this type of heat, I don't know. So who knows? Maybe we get some news this morning from the weather that another cold front will be coming. I welcome that type of weather more than the sun, but we're going into a long week. Well, not going into a long weekend. We're coming up on a long weekend for April, 2 weeks from now. And so people want the weather to remain this way. And so
who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
But, you know, on the list of topics trending, besides the weather and besides the fact that it's about to be one of the most unpredictable years, I mean, things are opening up. People are going out. One of the things that I really appreciated about the drive up this morning was just how many people are actually outside. It's brighter now. The days are becoming a little bit longer. The sun is coming up like around 5:30, so it's no longer that dark. That scorching sun that you're talking about is out from about 5:30, 5:40, and so it's very, very bright earlier in the day. So that means we are getting longer days. So we're approaching that summer feel, and there are going to be so many things happening in the summer, and I'm very excited about it.
I mean, like you mentioned, we're opening back up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's April 1st.
Yes.
Which signals the full reopening of the country in terms of
we're getting that report.
Dropping some, if not most, of those regulations apart from the mask wearing regulations. We're still to get an official update from the Ministry of Health, where they'll be outlining those regulations in terms of what is still standing, what has been struck out for the time being. But we do know the Minister of Health, has confirmed with Channel 5, in fact, from last week, that as of April 1st, a lot of those regulations will be lifted. It only happens that April 1st will fall on a Friday.
Yeah.
So that's a good news for a lot of persons in the entertainment sector. Those who have really struggled throughout the entire COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, I have entertainer friends.
Yeah.
I know people in the entertainment business that were on the brink of giving up. In fact, I know people that sold their equipment, that basically moved into another viable means of earning income. Some going into call center jobs, for example. Some going into construction. And I'm hearing those persons now talking about shifting back. Of course, having learned that
You
they
can't
can't
put all
only
your eggs in a
rely,
one
right,
basket.
on the
Yes.
entertainment sector, but
Yes.
I hear where persons are reinvesting in their equipment, reinvesting in their projects.
I think that one of the things that I'm noticing is that now we're having that appreciation for the fine arts and the creative industries because we lost so much of it during the pandemic. Just for that ease of mind, that mental health uh, barrier that oh my gosh, you can't go outside, you can't, your favorite artist not to play no more music, your favorite painter not to sell anymore. All of this appreciation now for the fine arts
Yeah.
is coming out. You see Belizeans more now supporting their local businesses, their local creators, which I think is something. I know we tend to dwell on the pandemic a lot, but it's good to see some of the positive outcome. And regardless of things that have happened already in the month of March, we were just talking about how March is 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
Yeah, 5 weeks. Even though we had big events like the Rutamaya and so forth, we still haven't seen our cases
Go up.
skyrocket.
Yeah.
And I mean, knock on wood, knock on everything, and it's great that we haven't. And one of those events were the expo.
Yeah.
Right, that we had
27,000 visitors over 2 days. Will you imagine?
Somebody sent me a text with them waiting in line in the highway
Oh, really?
Saturday morning, and they were, I don't know how much you know Kamalote, right?
Yeah.
But like, you know that unique restaurant where they're on the highway, that line, that person was there, and that line stretched all the way up to the curve by West Star.
Wow.
Yeah, people were going.
That's crazy.
People were going
Yeah.
to the expo.
Yeah.
And hopefully, everybody was doing their due diligence, keeping safe and so forth. But one of the greater things that came out of that expo was the fact that we have a new product
We do.
on the market.
Well-
I'm so excited. My friend bought 2 bags.
Oh, you see, it's interesting. It's right out of the Spanish Lookout Expo over the weekend. A news crew headed back down to Spanish Lookout yesterday
Yeah.
for the official launch or start of the UHT machine over there at the Western Dairies product facility,
yeah.
factory. I know that this project has been long in the making. When the Minister of Agriculture, I keep saying Minister of Education this morning, I'm not sure why, but when the Minister of Agriculture first took office, one of his visits, because he was doing rounds across the country, and one of his visits was in fact at the Western Dairies factory there in Spanish Lookout. And I remember because I was there for that first visit. That was early 2021. And this was one of the conversations that was raised about the UHT machine, because the concern at the time and the concern of Belizeans prior to Minister Mai taking office was the longevity or the shelf life of the products coming out of Western Dairies, particularly the milk coming out of Western Dairies. People were saying, yes, we want to buy it, we don't mind the taste, the quality, but it not last long.
Yeah.
And because it not last long, we prefer for God at
Lala.
we prefer for God at the other imported brands, where it's minimum requirement in terms of how long it lasts, and you could guarantee that next week you still have milk for your cereal, you have milk for your coffee, versus the products on the shelf, locally made, that, like I said, didn't last long. So now, this machine solves that problem.
Yeah, I honestly, I have a huge appreciation for the fact that they're now kind of stepping up, right? This is the kind of service that we are looking for in terms of quality. One of the things I love about our products in Belize that there is not a lot of preservatives. There's,
Yeah.
it's so healthy,
Yeah.
and it keeps us in tip-top shape, and I really like that. But, you pay for that kind of quality, and we're right now, the way the economy is going, not everybody can afford to buy a half-gallon of fresh milk.
Yes.
And, we can't afford for that fresh milk to only last 5 to 6 days,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
right? Because in this heat and,
Of course.
so the fact that they're coming up with this, and it's $2.50 for the bag, that makes our lives a lot easier. And you know what? It brings a little bit of competition to the market, right? Other companies are seeing this, and hopefully they'll start to step up their game just as well. Because we have the resources, Paul. That's it. It boggles my mind that we have so much raw material, and we have not been able to extract it for ourselves and expand on
Yeah.
certain commodities.
Yeah, I give kudos to Western Dairies. I give kudos to the Ministry of Agriculture, because I understand that they had some role to play in this whole process. At least in my understanding, basic understanding on the import exemptions and certain things, because this is one of those important products. And this speaks to the ease of business in Belize as well. If the government could partner with the private sector to kind of allow for this type of development, to kind of create the space, create the policies, the regulations, the exemptions that is needed to get these types of equipment into Belize in a manner that is cost effective to the producer, to the factories, to the mills, so that they can in turn provide these cheaper alternatives to Belize, homemade alternatives. What I also think I also think this will benefit Belize. I believe it will increase the number of persons that will get into this type of business in terms of providing the raw product to Western dairies, because now the demand will increase, of course, if you have a cheaper milk on the market, or at least a cheaper alternative.
I'm seeing that we're going to, hopefully, this is my dream, that we will begin to export more than we import. And I think that products like these will help us to keep the money flow in the country, right? You don't have to import so much of that Lala milk anymore. You don't have to import so much of the other products. You have the competition right here at home, where the money stays and it flows in the country. That is one of our biggest problems still, that we import more than we export. And like I said, we have the raw materials that we can, can do our own thing.
Of course, we do. And so you see job creation there as one of the benefits. You see more of Belizeans, like you rightfully said, eating more of what we grow, of what we produce, versus importing. It's a wider conversation in the region. I know that when it comes to dairy products, Jamaica is way ahead, is leading the region in producing dairy products. In fact, they continue to look at how they can provide the region with more and more dairy products. And so now Belize, I would imagine, can begin to get into that conversation. How can we also provide more dairy products to our brothers and sisters within the Caribbean, and as a result, decrease that extra CARICOM import bill. I think the goal is 25% by 2025 in terms of decreasing that import bill. And so things like this is encouraging, because it contributes to stuff like that.
I like that you said it would create more job opportunities for people, because that's also something that we saw during the pandemic, that decline in, increase in unemployment rate. But speaking of that, we were also before we came on the show, we were also talking about how Isani went to give a a lovely conversation with some of the youths
Yeah.
at Gwen Lizarraga. Yes, was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yes, it was yesterday. About finding your niche. There are things that you can do out there. They're trying to provide that conversation with youths about gang violence and the way that you can choose a different path in life that doesn't involve relying on violence and illegal activity to get through in this day and age, right? I really appreciated that they both they took the time to try their best to inspire and encourage the youths to do something else with their lives, to learn a skill, to learn a trade, and to invest in their education and themselves so that they don't go down the wrong path.
The person we see speaking, I think, if I'm not mistaken, his name is Anthony Bowen,
Yes.
also known as Sambo.
Yeah.
Encouraging story. He was convicted at the age of 16. 17.
16.
He said 16.
Yeah,
Right.
and he got out at the age of 41.
So it's
Yeah.
safe to say he spent the majority
Majority
of
of
his
his
life in prison behind bars. And so he was able to go in yesterday at Gwen Liz, and he was able to encourage these youths and share
His story.
and share
Yeah.
this experience. Now, while he has all he has the history, you could see just from the records that he was involved in gangs, that he was a convicted, that he was in that life. On the other hand, it's not as evident for Isani
Yeah.
in terms of that life per
That
se.
lifestyle, yeah.
And so it's interesting when you get another perspective, like Isani's
was good,
perspective,
yeah.
to kind of hear from him the direction his life took. On the other hand, even though he had that sort of involvement at a young
You
age.
can choose something else for yourself. The choice is yours, what you're able to do with your life. Yes, it's around you. Yes, you see it every day. Yes, it seems inviting almost, just based on your situation at home, that childhood trauma that you have, that you think that's the only thing that you can do. And so it was nice to have a different perspective of, hey, no, I can do something else and I could make something of myself and it could be better. So I really appreciate it. It was a lovely way to end the news last night with that inspirational perspective from these speeches at Gwen Lizarraga. It was a great initiative, and I think that hopefully they got through.
I have to say kudos to Isani for standing up and for sharing his story and sharing this experience. As reporters, when we go to cover stories, we're not often in the spotlight in terms of getting directly involved in what's happening. But for him to get out of that zone, that reporter comfort zone, and to go out there and share his experiences, we could take a page from that.
Yeah.
Each one of us, in terms of when we get out there, there's always a story and encouragement that we have that we could encourage even the youth that is just walking by on the street, because we never know how our stories, how our life journey could impact and change their lives. So,
I mean, that kind of that's a good segue to enter into our motivation.
definitely.
Yes, so we have our eye opener for this morning taken from dailyom.com, and it goes like this. We need to keep in mind that each of us has a unique path and that we all learn differently. When we care about people, we want to save them from pain by offering them the benefit of our experience. Sometimes we feel like we know what is best for them. Sometimes, like when their safety is involved, we need to step in but those times are rare. More often, we find ourselves becoming frustrated when our close friends or family members do not use our relationship insights or follow our dietary advice. And this is where we find our challenge. We may even find ourselves becoming angry when they choose another path. This strength of feeling is usually a sign that our motivations go beyond merely helping another to indicate that there is a lesson there for us. First, we need to keep in mind that each of us in our own path and that we all learn differently. When we trust the universe, we know that there is a higher power at work that knows what is best for our loved one. In being willing to look at ourselves and see why we are being irritated by what other people choose to do with their lives, we can be like an oyster and make irritations into pearls. With these pearls of wisdom, we learn to release the desire for control over others and instead enrich their lives as we enrich our own.
You know,
What do you think?
this is actually, for me, this is one of the lessons I had to learn a few years ago. And so now it doesn't bother me as much as it did before what people do or what people don't do based on the advice I give. Because I used to like flip. Like, all right, I talk to you so much time.
And you know, listen.
And you know, they say, you know, listen, I have siblings. And
Yeah.
most of my siblings, except for one, is younger than me. They are younger than me. And so I've always had to be the one to, well,
Give advice.
mommy, I come and be like, Paul, I need you to talk to your brother. I need you to talk to this one. And I've had to understand that everybody has their own journey. Everybody have a unique journey.
You know, you know how they said that it's easier to give advice than to take it? So I used to have that problem as well where I would get angry that I'm trying to help you. Why are you not listening to me? And then you get into trouble and now I have to go back and help you again. But at the same time, I have to like take a pill, take a chill and just realize that I do the same thing too.
Yes.
You know, and sometimes there is something in our brains that tell us to take another route or to do something else. Yes, this person cares about me, but maybe I need to make the mistake first. So I have to sometimes take a step back and say, if it were me, I probably may do my own thing too, and I just have to wait. And the most genuine thing you can do for somebody is to still be there when they fall.
It's a thought of being a drill sergeant versus a safety net.
Yes.
You could be a drill sergeant and it gets you nowhere, but being a safety net says, like you said, I'm here for you. Whenever you fall, you could count on me. We're not inclined to do that. We're not inclined to be that because we often lose patience very quickly.
Right. I really like that this morning. And I think it went very well with sharing our experiences, and hopefully somebody finds the
Indeed.
the advice worthy. But moving on into our show for this morning, we have to look into the weather, and hopefully we get to see what happens this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Derek. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you all doing?
I think
Doing
it's hot.
fine.
Will it be hot?
Well, yes, we're expecting warm weather today.
All right. Can you tell us the general situation that we're looking forward for today?
Okay. Well, warm and dry weather will prevail over the entire country today and the next few days.
Okay. And our advisories, warnings?
Okay. Well, we have a small craft caution for today because we expect winds to be a bit gusty, especially this morning. So this 24-hour forecast then is for mostly sunny skies today, clear to partly cloudy tonight. No rain is expected. The winds, like I said, from the southeast 10 to 20 knots with higher gusts. Seas moderate, becoming rough at times, and the small craft caution in effect for that.
And the temperatures?
Okay, highs today will be around 89 Fahrenheit along the coast, 96 inland, and 82 up in the mountains. The lows for tonight, we're expecting 80 degrees along the coast, 74 inland, 66 up in the mountains.
What can we expect for tonight and Friday night?
Okay. Well, tonight mainly fair, clear to partly cloudy, no rainfall, and the outlook is for continuing fair and warm weather.
Oh yes, that means we just be hot all
weekend.
weekend. And because it's going to be all hot, do we have any updates on our fires?
Okay, right. The risk for forest and brush fires is moderate to high for today. So yesterday it was moderate. Today it's going up to moderate to high.
Already enter that dry, hot season.
Yeah.
That's right. Seasonally dry weather.
All right. Any advice for our viewers out there?
Well, just to stay hydrated, especially if you're inland, because we're expecting about 96 inland. So stay hydrated, stay out of the sunlight, the direct sun, if you don't have to be in it.
All right. Well, now we know what to expect. Thank you so much, Mr. Derek Rudon from the National Meteorological Service of Belize. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, that affirms what we discussed
We were
at the beginning.
expecting, yeah.
Heat.
It's going to be a good one, but we have to get into our show for this morning, and we have wonderful conversations lined up today. We have our first discussion this morning. It's going to be a panel discussion with young women who participated in a course that was focusing on women leadership roles. So we're going to have 2 in studio and 2 online, and they're going to be sharing with us their experiences during that course. So I'm excited for that.
And in our second segment, we have DJ Belize, and they'll be joining us to discuss device deals and the recent launch of the Digi Wallet. And so that's another conversation you want to look out for. You want to find out more about the deals that Digi have on their devices, and you want to find out more about how you can make purchases and payments in as a convenient a manner as possible through the Digi Wallet.
And you don't know, we like things easier.
Easier,
right?
yeah,
And,
quick and easy.
Following on our last conversation this morning, we're going to have the folks from the Institute of Creative Arts, and they're going to be talking to us about the Resilience. I can't wait for that.
And that's an exciting conversation.
It's going to be the first show after 2 years, so you don't want to miss
And then
that.
some renovations have happened at the place as well, so we're going to talk some about that.
It's going to be a great show, but before we get into it, we have to take a quick break, and we'll come back, so stay tuned.
Hola usuario de eCash, la aplicación eCash está disponible en español. Cambiar el idioma de tu aplicación de eCash de inglés a español es rápido y sencillo. Déjame mostrarte cómo se hace. Primero, abre tu aplicación eCash. Introduce tu PIN. Toca el icono More en la parte inferior de tu pantalla. Selecciona Security. Selecciona Language. Y luego selecciona Spanish. Vuelve a introducir tu PIN y ya está. Tu aplicación de eCash está ahora en español y puedes seguir disfrutando de tu cartera digital eCash. La aplicación eCash de Belize Bank te hace la vida más fácil.
Download the SmartStream app on the Android Play Store and create your account to get access to movies and stream at home or on the go. Prepaid customers can purchase regular data packages or get a discounted rate on a special SmartStream package by dialing 7737. Postpaid customers will be billed monthly. Never miss a movie again with SmartStream.
Applying for a Social Security sickness benefit? Here's what you need to know. A complete claims package include 1. Sickness claim form fully completed by the claimant and medical doctor. 2. Salaries record form completed by the employer or HR representative. 3. proof of bank account such as bank book, online banking, or statement displaying your name and account number. To submit via email, you need to take a clear photo or scan of the documents and email to claims@socialsecurity.org.bz. Be sure to include your full name, social security number, and benefit type in the subject line of the email. Or you can drop off all completed forms into the Dropbox slot at the nearest branch office. Deadline to submit is 14 days from your first day of illness. All forms are available on the website at www.socialsecurity.org.bz. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
If you're looking for low-cost television advertising, have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you save valuable time and money. Call us today at 223-0146 or visit us at our offices on Pony Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
In the last decade, Belize has risen to become one of the Caribbean's most popular tourist destinations. From beautiful beaches to lush jungles, vibrant cultures and people, and breathtaking World Heritage sites, Belize has it all.
Hi, I'm Angela from Belizing.com, and this is the Belizing Tourism Innovation Lab project.
Don't miss the virtual launch of the Belizing Tourism Innovation Lab project on Monday, April 4th at 8:30 p.m. right here on Channel 5. Tune in and become aware of how this project will positively impact and transform the tourism and economic sectors of Belize.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high, better not drive, won't even try.
Been drinking all night, Feeling so high, better not drive. Ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night. Feeling so high, better not drive. Ain't gon' try. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. People die every day, I'm not going with ya. I'ma find my own way, I'm not going with ya. It's okay, I'll wait. Even good people make mistakes. I don't wanna realize when it's too late. Drinking and driving is never safe. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high. Better not drive, ain't gon' try.
And we are back. And joining us in our first conversation this morning, we have 4 lovely young ladies with us, 2 in studio and 2 via Zoom, here to talk to us all about a leadership program that they participated in and graduated from, right? You all received your certificates. So with us in studio, we have Miss Noli Avila and Miss Angeli Perez. And joining us in Zoom, we have Ms. Maslin Hansen. How are you, ladies? Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're doing just fine.
Doing just fine? Yeah?
Beautiful
day.
Good morning also.
Good morning.
We're doing good.
Great, great. Well, let's jump right into it, ladies. Tell us a little bit about this leadership course. What made you guys start this? First of all, who are the leading roles in this course, and where did you hear it from?
Okay, well, first we would like to start off by thanking the Westminster Foundation for Democracy in the UK. It is headed by, well, the Secretary General, Nick Francis, and then we have the Vice Chair, which is the Honorable Tracy Panton. So we're thankful for them since they played a big role, as well as the Caribbean Democrat Union. So yes.
Yes, and also want to thank the University of West Indies Women and Development Unit, and of course the United Democratic Party to have this leadership program. It was like, I heard it from a former teacher of mine, and when she told me about the opportunity, I just jumped right in because I have a great aspiration of being a leader, a future leader of this country. So when I heard about this program, I jumped right in, and it was a very learning experience for me.
Yes, and I overheard it from my boss, Orson Elrington. He was the one who said, who sent me a picture of it, and he was like, "You should join it." So I said, "Let me take on this opportunity."
So this was a education course. Was it a training program? What were the details? It was an 8-week intensive program.
Yes, it was.
So what were the details that came into that?
It was more of a training program. It was basically teaching us about advocacy, about personal branding, about parliament, and also about media training.
Oh wow!
Yes. So
For any of the ladies, when you think about the word leadership, I'm sure you were asked. Perhaps we could get Maslin in on the conversation. What's the first thing that comes to mind? How do you define leadership? Miss Hansen?
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so when I think about the word leadership, I often associate it with the word equality and integrity. Those are 2 words that always stand out when I'm thinking about leadership. You know, it always takes a great leader to
okay.
That's okay.
Right, that's okay. That's okay.
I totally get it. That's what happens when you're doing Zoom. It's the typical example of 21st century problems.
Right.
Pandemic
So we can direct that conversation to you guys.
Well, as Mazen said, it's about integrity. When I think about leadership, I think about someone who is the example. When I think about leadership, I think about someone who is honest, who has integrity, as Maslin had mentioned. And this training was mostly based on women in those leadership roles. Well, one of the main focus was women in politics, but it also taught us to be able to put ourselves and step forward, put ourselves in leadership roles, be able to empower each other, be confident in who we are and the importance of us to build a personal brand and to how to look, how to act. And it was a bit just training as well as education, because there was a few things that we learned along the way.
I want to maybe shift gears a little bit in terms, I like what you said in the sense that it's a training ship for women to be more involved in politics and to take on leadership roles. So here's a question for any of you. Why do we need training for that?
I believe that we need training because us as women, we get criticized a lot, especially when it comes to politics, because the people tend to say that we're too emotional. We make like decisions based on our emotion, especially when it comes to politics. And I think we need to break that barrier, because I believe that us as young women getting involved in things like this is this is supposed to give people an idea of what Belize will future, because like Honorable Tracy Panton, she's a big motivation for me. And to see that she was the first woman to actually run as a leader for a leadership position at for the convention, and us women tend to work harder. When it like 3 times as harder than a men would work. And it's a lot of things we have to learn.
It's not that you have to work harder, you have to work harder to be seen.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
To be seen in the light of being a leader.
Yes. Because one of the things that I think the Honorable Panton rightfully mentioned is she's not a female leader. She's just a leader that happens to be a female. And that does make a word of difference. So when you say that we need this training because women are seen in a certain way, so what are the details of that training then? What did you learn about how to assert yourself and how to be seen in a different light? Maybe we can bring back Maslin into the conversation.
Yes, you can.
Yes. Okay. So, talk to me a little bit about what you learned in the training and how you can quote unquote break the bias.
Okay. So I just wanted to add a little bit to what Nole had said. With the course, it was also a good experience, but one that allowed us as women to be motivated and inspired to someday, move up the ranks, even if it would be a political level, a community level, or household level. But I think the importance of this course is to also try to incorporate gender equity and also more democracy in our country's system, because as women, we bring more to the table. We always have like certain sorry meals.
It's okay, Paul understands.
We are born with certain characteristics and certain qualities and traits that men don't usually have, but we do have some of those. And I feel that if we are involved in decision making, there could be more changes, more beneficial changes, if I must say, to our system. And throughout the program, we had an 8-week course, and we were engaging with democracy. We had a course about advocacy and the Change Agents Toolkit. We even talked about how climate change affects gender equality, and that was something really new to us. we were learning about personal branding, public speaking, and we also had a debate at that session too. We had like 10 to 15 minutes to prepare our solution. So I was amazed when everyone was prepared in that time. I was like, these girls can really be future leaders.
Go ahead.
We even went to the Parliament House because we had a session about being a parliamentarian and leadership and parliamentary democracy. And we also ended up with a photo shoot and an interview.
If it's one thing,
if it's one thing, you have to do it. You have
really
to.
interactive experience.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you made mention of your visit to the National Assembly, because when you look at the statistics currently, and this is improvement, this statistic, it shows the women representation within the parliament, within the National Assembly, the percentage is extremely low. In the Senate, we're talking of all 13 senators, we probably have, if I'm not mistaken, 5 senators that are women, and then in the House of Representatives, it's probably only 3. Less than 10. And we're in the Senate, it's 5 of 13. In the House of Representatives, it's 3 of 31. So I mean, it's huge, the gap. How do we fill that gap as aspiring leaders? Where do you start now to
make a
changes, dent that will see a change in the future?
Well, first off, I would like to say Miss Angeli has hopes of running for the municipal election next election, and I also have hopes, but not right now.
Okay.
But I think this program was a start, and I really hope that they have more programs like this and more women be involved, because I feel that us women have a voice, and if we always talk, like if me and Angeli would just have a conversation, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that, that are not
Just do
change.
it.
We need to get out there in the community and make the changes. That are the most important thing.
So I'm hearing a lot of the participation in the course itself. Congratulations! I really hope that you actually run, and I hope that you win.
Thank you.
But how are you using the skills and the professional skills in your everyday life? How do you put that into the workplace? How do you put that into your social life? How do you think that you'll be able to utilize those skills?
Well, I think that these skills, one of the skills that really stood out to me, actually 2, was the one that the personal branding and the public speaking, because it is something that we do on a day-to-day basis. So when we speak, we must be able to speak with confidence. And we had the pleasure to have Miss Sheena Pitts with us, and she said something to me that stuck to me. She said, you have to command the room, because as a woman, sometimes you don't get the respect. So whenever you speak, be confident and command your room. And then we also learned about personal branding, how we must dress, how we must sit, all the etiquette, about that. So I think those are skills that we use on a day-to-day basis. And thankfully, we learned, or we spoke about it, and we got a bit more training on it, on how to be able to perfect those skills, because it's something that takes long. I don't think public speaking is something that you are able to perfect, because we are humans, we get nervous. So it is something that we use on a day-to-day basis.
What about you? Well, basically for me, of course, when it comes to public speaking, because I was Angeli can tell you, when I started the course, every time they wanted me to speak, I said no.
She was the last one.
No, I was always the last one. I know I'm always the first one.
That's good.
Yes,
progress.
She could tell you, it let me grow into a better person, because And with this training, I talked a lot about to my family and my friends, and everybody said like, man, this was something great, and you change, and to see how much I grow, and the confidence that I have. Because honestly, when Miss Anna Z asked me to be on the show, I was like, okay, yes. First I would have said no, I don't want to do it. I just yeah. But then I was very confident to come here, even though I was nervous and still kind of a bit nervous. And when it comes to the workplace, we tend to see now that more women are involved in the workplace more than men. And I believe that we have a voice, like I said, and if we don't demand the room, like she said, and like when you talk, have eye contact, make sure you and see body language and all of those stuff, and that's personally what I
and
learned.
You, Maslin?
Okay, so what I took from the course is just like the ladies had said, it would be personal branding, advocacy, and also the public speaking. I say the personal branding is because the course was that session helped us to like navigate ourselves. It taught us how we can use ourselves and how we want to represent ourselves to the public. The advocacy course, that's one I really enjoyed. But it's because whether we like it or not, we all are advocates in our own way. We always advocate for our own issues. From going up, even deciding what clothes we want to wear, the hairstyles, we're advocate for ourselves. And once we can advocate for ourselves, we can advocate for others. And bring awareness to the pressing issues that we see happening. So I was really glad that we had that advocacy course, because now, for myself, I am a really good community person. I like to give back to my community. And with that session itself, it taught us a change changers toolkit that we can now plan out the way we want our events to go. And I really can't wait to, get involved and start something or add to something new that is happening around me. Yeah. So I love that session, and also the public speaking, because like the girl said, it's not something we can perfect overnight, and it's something that we can always practice, because if we command the room, we will get the attention. With the attention, we can use that to empower others, inspire or motivate others, and have them come in and join us with the fight of any issues we have, or encourage them to take that next step. Because with empowerment, it can't start with one person, but that one person can, inspire someone to take the step, because we can't force someone to take the step. We can only help them, motivate them, and mold them to get the courage to, find their feet and take the step and go into the world.
Thanks for that response. When we think about leadership, we often, I've heard it said, we oftentimes think about political leadership, but leadership is much more broader than politics. You can't pigeonhole yourself to politics or becoming a politician as a leader. There's so much more else to do in terms of leading the home, leading your own life, leading in the workplace. So it goes far beyond becoming a politician. While Ms. Angie here may have political aspirations, that may not necessarily be your goal, or that may not necessarily be the goal of the other young woman. But training in leadership benefits your life nonetheless across the board. How do you, or what do you say to young women out there that are looking at you all right now as inspiration? Perhaps they are as shy as you once were. I say, I would have never do that. Yeah. I would have never go up and open your eyes and talk. But they know that they have a role to play in society, and they know that they have space. Like, they just feel a fire inside of them to take up space. What do you say to them? How do they make that?
Go for it. I would say go for it, because if you have the aspiration to do something, go for it. Don't stop. It's never an ending process. Just you have to have motivation in yourself. Just go for whatever you believe in, and always have an advisor. You have mentors, people you can talk to. So whole I believe probably know me now, and if anybody ever want any questions, you can always come and ask me. I might not be the most perfect person or the person that have all the right answers, but I am definitely here to help motivate other people. And that's a good thing about being a leader. You have to motivate others to want to be a leader just like you. You have to inspire them to do great things. And that's what I give the advice. Just go for it and don't it's not like I said, it's a never-ending process. Go for it and don't stop. Go for your dreams. And like for personal branding, you never stop growing. As older as you get, you never stop growing. Just keep on doing what you're doing, evolving, be confident. Just keep on doing
I know that it's about, you know, you just go for it, and we have that. I think as women we do have that that mentality, some more than others. But yes, Maslin?
Hi.
Yes.
I would also like to add to that.
Yes, go ahead.
Because if I had something to tell the other females out there is, you know, to not live in the perspective of fear, because if you live in a world of fear, you'll never win in this life. And you know, if you work hard, your life will be easy. But if you shy and hide your talents, I think life will be a bit hard. We have to recognize that everyone is special. We have that greatness. We have that potential in us. So I think that if you want to do something, just take the first step and see where the journey leads you.
I want to go back to the training itself. I think one of you mentioned that there was a debate involved.
Yes.
What were some of the other activities that you guys had to do in order to shape and redefine those professional skills that you were talking about?
Well, the interview that we had at the last session was a part of what we all learned throughout the leadership training. Sorry. So that was one of the activities that we had to do. Also, the attire that we wore, it was just a part of personal branding, because they taught us media training, as Nole had mentioned, what to wear, what not to wear.
What to say, what not to say.
Yes, what to say. Be careful of what we say.
How you say it.
It's not what you say,
Yes,
it's how you say it.
Your facial expressions can give you away.
Yes, they do. They give you away indeed. So those were some of the activities that we did.
What do you think, not why, why do you think that we have less and less women in leadership professions?
I think that we have less and less women because sometimes we don't know, we haven't learned to, a lot of us, to see a female doing good and say, you know what, congrats. Because sometimes it's women who tear down other women instead of uplifting
men don't have that problem.
No.
Yeah,
men don't.
No, my brother.
Yeah. Congrats, bro.
Yeah.
We don't do that as females a lot of times, and sometimes I might say it might come out the wrong way, but sometimes when we see a young woman striving, we say, what she do for get a position there? We never say, well, she's smart, you know, she's there, she takes the initiative, she goes for it. We don't say that. The first thing we're to say, I wonder what she do for get a position. So I think that's a part that women who live like, maybe I should do this, like, I have this drive to do this, but I'm afraid to do it, they won't go for it because what do I say about me? So
social.
But should the burden be on a woman to change that perspective? I mean, should it even be a woman's responsibility to change how society views a woman's success? I don't think so, but I don't know what your thought is.
I don't think so. If we live according to what society says, we will never be anything. We will always sit back because society says women's supposed to be quiet and be housewife and be on the back, on the sidelines. So if we live as what society says, we will never get into those leadership roles. I always say, if you're, go for it, like what Nola said, as a woman, go for it. And if we go for it, and if we push harder to be seen, then eventually society's view will change. But we can't live, okay, live for you and take on those positions and live for yourself, like what you mentioned, Paul. We are supposed to lead our lives, and if we lead our lives that way, then we will change societies. We show society that women aren't just to be on the sidelines. Women work hard as well. We have the capability to be in those roles and be successful, then society, the views will change.
I want to ask one final question as we quickly run out of time. Just want to ask, as we look forward to increasing the influence, increasing the level of positions that women hold across the country of Belize, what are some of the challenges that you foresee, hurdles you foresee we'll have to cross and eliminate in the upcoming years, in the upcoming decade, to kind of do away with some of those barriers that prevents women in leadership?
Okay, well, from the training itself, we often heard, we had few parliamentarians from other parts of the country and even from Belize coming to talk to us, and that was a question that we asked them a lot. What are the hurdles? What are the challenges you face? And I can tell you that most of them said that as females, you know, they don't see it as something that they face as females, but as something that is a global misconception. That's something that should affect women, but should affect both genders. So if it is up to me to answer that question, I think I'll say that what hurdles I think I'll be seeing would be the gender inequality and gender inequity, because sometimes it's not an equality problem, it's just an equity problem. And I think another one would be, as ladies had stated earlier, would be with the lack of support towards women in these roles. And I think it would also end up with the mentality that some people have. Because if you go and you tell someone, oh, I think about, being serious and going into this leadership role, and I think one of the answers would be, but I think that's something a man should do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's something that we need to, try and change and bring awareness of, because women can do everything.
In high heels.
We shouldn't have any limit.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for that response. Ladies, any final thoughts, any closing comments as we wrap up?
My favorite closing comment, I would say, they have this term where say behind every successful man is a successful woman, but no, it's beside every successful man there is a successful woman.
Next time I'll be beside a successful woman is a man.
Is a man. Just a man. Just a man. I would just like to close off by giving thanks. In the beginning we didn't thank Miss Anna Zet.
Yes.
She played an important role, because if 10:05 Saturday morning she called, where are you guys if you're late? So I would just like to thank her, thank our family for being there to support us, and the bond that we created, all the women of Mujeres Naturales. It's a sisterhood that we created. So it was a great experience.
Closing thoughts, Ms. Hansen?
Yes, I would like to also thank the Caribbean Democrat Union, WFD, the Westminster Federation of Democracy, for sponsoring the program itself. Thank you to our mentors, Mr. Nick Francis, Ms. Tatu Heron, Ms. Roshana Trim, and all the people that had been there along the way that helped us, Ms. Anazet, Ms. Everly, Dr. Bob, and even Vanessa.
Yes.
But I would also like to thank the other females who took part, because this program wouldn't be such a success without them.
Yes.
So I am glad that we all made the commitment and took part. And also thank you, God, and my family and friends.
28 young women that took on the leadership course, and I hope to see 28 young women be leaders in the next few years.
Imagine 28 women in our parliament.
You run for your money, Paul.
Who run the world?
Run the world.
All right. Well, with that, we'll that wraps up our first conversation. With that, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we have Digi. Do you want or do you need a new device to take those amazing Easter beach pictures? Or are you traveling for the upcoming Easter holiday and you don't want to take a lot of cash on you? Digi has all the solutions in these areas. They have questions to answer, and so stay tuned. You don't want to miss that conversation coming up next.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere, satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
My name is Kenrick, and I live in Belize City, and I'm employed as an agent for a company that does reservations for hotels from all over the world. Since amputation, my life has changed minimally. Yes, I don't have my legs to get around, but I have always been an active person. So I do things a little bit more deliberate, a little bit more slower maybe, but I still get it done. Let's say they say we're going to some restaurant, wherever. I need to call and say, do you have access for a wheelchair? And they say, yes, of course. Then I would ask the second question, can I get into your restroom with a wheelchair? And then 99% of the time they'll say no. I would like to encourage everybody who has a disability to not give up. Never, 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 ever give up.
Live and let live. Respect for all Belizeans.
No sense at all. No kind of sense. That Belize video when I have that sign up there in China for.
That not in China at all, that in Spanish.
You understand what it said then?
Yeah. It said wear your face mask properly, cover your nose and your mouth.
Will help prevent the spread of COVID to others. Together we could make Belize safe.
Wear your mask properly over your mouth and nose to protect yourself and others. Together we can keep Belize COVID-19 safe.
Staying connected with your loved ones while traveling is even more important during this global pandemic. With Digi, this is even easier and more convenient with our data roaming plans. Postpaid customers have instant access to mobile data when in 41 destinations worldwide. With 3 affordable plans, starting at only $28, it's easy to instantly connect via your favorite digital platform. To purchase your data roaming plan, contact Digi before your travel date. If you are already abroad, you can contact us via email at digihelp@livedigi.com or via WhatsApp at 608-8888. For more information, visit our website at livedigi.com/digicel or visit a Digistore near you. You can roam, stay safe, and stay connected with Digi.
If you're looking for low-cost television advertising, have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you save valuable time and money. Call us today at 223-0146 or visit us at our offices on Pony Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Are back with going into our second conversation for this morning. With us, we have our friends from Digi. In the studio with us, we have Brittany Young and Melanie Blake, all here to talk to us about all the up and coming new commodities that Digi Wallet has to offer. Ladies, good morning.
Thank you for having us again.
Thank you for joining us. I know you're there hot by your phone, and I know that because you are telling me all what Digi Wallet got, right? So let's start. Let's start with, for our viewers that don't know. I mean, if you don't know, now you kind of know, right? All the commercials about Digi Wallet have been out there. Tell us a little bit about Digi Wallet, what it is, and the new features that you guys have in store for us.
Okay, sure. So Digi Wallet is a new way to pay. We did our commercial launch last week, Wednesday, so we're very happy to be back here in studios to inform our customers that we have a lot of promotions going on with Digi Wallet. But before we get into that, I just wanted to take it back to, Digi Wallet. So it's a new way to pay. Essentially, it's using your mobile device to pay for goods and services. So it's like you going to your favorite restaurant. It's another option. Instead of using your debit card, your credit card, or cash, you can now use your mobile device, swipe, and you're able to pay for your food. So it's very cool. In addition to that, we also have other features in the app. So it's a mobile app. You can also buy top up. So we have a promotion going on right now where you get 3 times more top up when you purchase through the application. So I know we haven't done a triple up, so it's an exclusive offer.
I haven't heard of a triple up since I was in high school.
Yes, so it's back, and it's only available through the Digi Wallet app. So to sign up for Digi Wallet, it's very, very easy. If you have a smart device, you're able to download the app. So if you have from your Play Store, once you download the app, then you register. When you register, it's gonna ask you for some very basic information, some biodata, your name, your age, where you live. So it's very basic. You fill in this information. Very important to note though is that when customers are registering, we do ask them to take a valid, to upload a valid ID, right? So we're seeing that customers are uploading pictures of themselves. So that's nice, but we want a valid ID. So it's either a social security card or a passport. Okay. And then upon registering, then you're able to access the Digi Wallet app. So you're able to do person-to-person transfer. Today is Brittany's birthday. I will be able to send her some money. It's instant. Customers will also be able to pay their Digi bills. So it's very cool. You can pay for your own self, or you could pay for a family member or a friend. So those are the cool convenience of having Digi Wallet. Customers are also able to purchase their favorite Digi mobile products. So we have data plans, exclusive data plans that are on the mobile app. Using the mobile app, one of the good things of using our app is that you don't necessarily need to be connected to the internet. Okay. So you could have no data on your mobile device, or you're not, you'll still be able to use the app. So that's one of the cool things. We also have what is referred to as USSD. So we have *2274#. and customers would be able to access that. So if you have a very basic phone, we refer to it as a feature phone. Customers would also be able to access our digital wallet services via that. However, you won't be able to register through USSD. So it's very important for customers who have a very basic device that they go into our Digi offices and they do that first time registration. There's no cost to the consumer to register. There's no cost for you to put money into having your money stored on your device. You know, other financial institutions do charge you a monthly cost just to have your money there. There's no cost for you to load your Digi wallet with DigiCash.
So how do I access my cash into my Digi wallet? Because I asked you before we came on if you need a credit card.
Correct.
So how do I access money?
So at launch, how customers get money into the DigiCash into their Digi wallet, they simply visit any of our retail stores. So we have Digi offices, 13 offices countrywide, where customers are able to go to these offices and you give your cash, and in exchange you get DigiCash, e-currency. So that's how you load your Digi wallet. We are working towards expanding our network where we're able to have other businesses become agents. So we're looking at different agents in the various communities, especially the rural areas, where customers would be able to visit these businesses and do those kind of transactions where they can cash in and also cash out. Very soon, in the near future, we're going to be looking at bank to wallet. Bank to wallet would mean that customers would be able to move funds from their financial institution to their Digi wallet and back from their Digi wallet to their bank account.
How easy is the interface to understand, to use, one, as these modes of payment emerge and they continue to evolve? One of the complaints I've received, and even myself, is the challenge to navigate. It takes some time to understand, and then it's money you're dealing with, so people aren't oftentimes secure or confident that they're making the right payment. Sometimes they feel like I could click a wrong button and give them $100 when I'm supposed to only give $5, right?
Yeah,
So how easy it is
our app is very easy. That was one of the things that we kept top of mind when we were developing the app. We want it to be very simple to use. So whenever you're doing any transaction within the mobile application, it will always give you a confirmation. So if it is that you want to purchase a top-up, it will give you a receipt, a digital receipt. It's going to display what the costs are. So if you want to top up $5, it will show you $5. It shows you the mobile number that you're topping up. It also shows the transaction cost. In this case, there is no transaction cost to buy top up through the app. So it gives you these steps, these very guiding steps to ensure that you are doing or making, you know, the correct purchase.
Talk to us a little bit about the vendors and the places where we can purchase or we can use Digi wallet, right? Because I think I had mentioned before that I am I'm a card person, but I still need that extra cash because I have to go to maybe the taco stand or the fruit stall or something. So are you guys expanding to these areas, and how are you expanding to these consumers?
Yes, we are expanding.
Sure. So that's one of the main objectives, is to allow consumers to be able to not have to carry cash, right? Because we want you to have that convenience of another payment method. And of course, drive financial inclusion. So you were mentioning, you know, going to the market and having to carry cash. Our objective is to eventually expand to those smaller vendors, your Taucus vendors, you know, the person selling coconut water on the side of the road when you're driving. You don't have to have cash when you're stopping by, and eventually we'll get to that point where we want to have all these smaller vendors, you know, be a merchant and have consumers not have to have cash. You just need to have your cell phone. You don't even need to have data on your phone, and you're able to make a payment without any worry or any concern about, you know, having cash and the safety of walking around with cash. So that's one of the main objectives for us. In terms of the merchants that we have within the app itself, you're actually able to see which merchants you are able to use the Digi Wallet solution with. So that way, if you are unsure, you're able to check and see if a merchant accepts. If you're in a merchant at a restaurant, you're able to see Usually we have a signage that says they accept DigiCash, and they have a QR code that you could scan, or you could enter their merchant ID that's specific to them to be able to use that to pay.
So we have all of these up and coming cashless apps and so forth. DigiWallet is one of them. eCash is one of them. We have the National Bank of Belize, that is one of them. How does DigiWallet stand out?
That's a very good question, and we get it all the time.
Good.
Right? So with our DigiWallet app, we mentioned a few things that set us apart. One, you don't need data to access our app. Secondly, we spoke about the fact that we have USSD, meaning that if you don't have a smart device, if you have a very basic phone, you also will be able to access our DigiWallet using USSD. We also have the ability to offer exclusive mobile products to our Digi customers. Our app is also available for the other provider, so they can also, if you're a customer from the other mobile provider, you're also able to access it. And then we have what is called loyalty. So in the app itself, customers would be able, once you're performing a transaction and we're running a promotion, customers would be able to earn loyalty points, and with that loyalty points, you will be able to redeem it. So there's a lot of things that we have in the pipeline. We have things like coming out with a garden account where you can tie your child to your wallet account. We do have other things like salary disbursements, where businesses, small construction that have workers that are not a part of the banking system, you will be able to remit payment to your workers. So there's a lot of things. We have a future roadmap, and there are a lot of things that are in the pipeline. So for us, you know, customers can look out. We're here today. We're very excited. The public can win DigiCash, so that's the new thing. So to get into these raffle giveaways, all you need to do is just participate. You could win up to 100 DigiCash. We'll be giving this away just by, you know, transferring money, paying your bill, buying a top-up. So using the mobile application will allow you to get an entry into these raffles where you can win DigiCash. We're also giving latest devices such as the iPhone 13. You know, we know Belizeans, they like these high-end phones.
Easter's coming up. You want to take
the
really high-quality beach pictures.
And the videos
correct.
and
And we also, so you could get a chance to win the iPhone 13 Pro Max. All you need to do is just go to the participating merchants. As
That's the one there too, with the color and everything.
Correct.
you know, a lot of I would imagine a lot of these promotions are to encourage Belizeans to access and to use this service, which brings me to the question of the challenges or the hurdles that you'd have to face, you'd have to overcome in getting Belizeans to transition from that cash culture to that cashless culture.
So it's just having the consumer understand the benefits. You know, we spoke about some of these things. Is it secure? It's secure. There is no expiration date to your cash. Your cash is for you. It's there. If you lost your phone, if you change your number, you know, the number that you use or the information that you use upon registration, you will be able to come back into the office and you provide your ID. You provide the answer to your secret question, and you're able to gain access into your account. So we do understand it would take some time for the slow adopters, because believe it or not, we have our customers that you can say are the innovators. They understand technology, they understand this, they will use it. The younger generation, the Gen Zs, I believe, the millennials, these, I mean, they're right on it. They're very excited. Like I mentioned, the app is easy to use. So we do want to be able to work alongside with the different customers, especially those customers in the rural area. You know, educate them on, you know, why using our DigiWallet. It's safe, it's secure, it's your money. It's not Digi's money. It's not DigiWallet Limited money. It's essentially your money. And very important, I do want to say that we are regulated by the Central Bank of Belize. So just like any financial institution in Belize, we are regulated and we have to adhere to the regulations stipulated under the National Payment System Act.
What has been the reaction from the public since the launch last week?
Well, the reaction has been very, very positive. You know, customers are very excited. I think some customers wanted to win some additional cash,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Hence the reason why we came back and we put the promotion together to win cash. But our customers can definitely stay tuned. This isn't going to be the last. There's a lot of things going to happen. But one of the frequent things that we've observed during the launch to now, customers are forgetting their PIN. So when they do the registration, I guess they don't remember the PIN. So that's one of the frequent things that we're experiencing with our customers, and we do encourage them to reach out to our Digi office, or they can reach out to us through our social media website. DigiWallet has a website where we have a live chat. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have WhatsApp, 623-8887. You can reach out to us. We will get back to you immediately to help troubleshoot the issues that you're having.
So,
you can,
go ahead.
And I was gonna say, you can go on our website. We have a frequently asked question where, you know, things that we've seen since the launch to now, you know, if I lost my phone, if I change my number. So we've added and updated our frequently asked questions to tailor around the frequent questions that we're getting since launch. So customers can visit our website for that, or they can reach out to us at 0800 DigiWallet.
Nice. So again, the promotion is you download the app and you use the app.
Correct.
That's all you need to do to participate in
That's
the
all
promotion.
we need to do.
And how long does the promotion last?
The promotion runs, or it will last up until the end of April, and then we are going to be selecting the winners May the 4th. But we do have a triple up promotion for 3 days only. It started yesterday.
Like I just download this
and
app one time.
So you can make your way over to an agent, one of the Digi offices. You cash in, you get your DigiCash, and you will be able to buy top up for yourself, your family, your friends, you know, whoever it is that you want to buy top up for.
Now I know Digi has a lot going on apart from the Digi wallet. So I want to touch a bit on the other promotions you have going on. First, let's talk about some device deals that you currently have.
So we know today's the last day of March. We have our March Madness coming to an end. So if you are in the market for a device, we have them starting as low as $189. And the benefit of purchasing a device from Digi, of course, you're purchasing from the service provider. So you know any device you purchase will work on our network, and you also benefit from getting free services. We're giving up to $100 bonus credit, and we have 2 Spotlight devices, specifically our Samsung A series models, the Samsung A12 and A22. So when you get to, you know, that's in your mid-end range, I'd say, starting at $549, that's when you start to look at devices with your quad camera, and you know you're into taking selfies, so you have a better resolution on your front-facing camera. So that's what customers typically, you know, when you're visiting the office, you have a budget, but you want something that suits your lifestyle. So you want to take that into consideration. You know, what do you use your device for? Are you checking emails? Are you on Instagram a lot? Are you an influencer? You want a device that suits that lifestyle. So we have something that's suitable for everyone at different price points. And with our Samsung series, we are an authorized Samsung retailer. So we offer a 1-year warranty on your Samsung models locally, so you don't even have to wait for it to go, you know, to the manufacturer. In the US, it's serviced here by our authorized Samsung service center, and you get it back in a timely manner, so you're not without a device.
So where can customers interested access these deals?
Any of our Digi office countrywide. So we have 13 stores countrywide. You could visit one of our stores. Of course, if you want to shop online and check out the options, you could always reach out to us via WhatsApp. You do have to visit the office to make the purchase, but if you're looking at, okay, well, what will suit me, then we have our devices on our website as well at livedigi.com, so that you could pre-shop before visiting, and then once you're in the store, you're able to touch and feel and play with the devices and pick one that's right for you.
I see that some of them come with free bonus credit at purchase, so that depends on the type of device that you buy.
Correct. So it's up to $100 bonus credit. If you're looking at something ranging up to $500, you get $40 bonus credit. If you're in the mid-end, a little over $500, you're at $60 bonus credit. And then we have $100 bonus credit on the 2 models that I mentioned, the Samsung A12 and A22, or on all our high-end models too, if you're looking for the iPhone 13 or the Samsung Note.
I also noticed that you're expanding out of cell phones, and you have some tablets
Yeah.
and some laptop devices as well on your
Yeah, we recently started looking at, well, not recently, it was late last year. We added laptops to our lineup, starting as low as $6.99. And then we have tablets because, you know, during the pandemic, you had a lot of online learning. Kids are going back to school, but they still love their tablets. So we do have the Amazon Fire tablet in your $100 range, and then you could upgrade to either the Samsung tablets if you'd like, just depending on if you're using it for school or work, or if you know you have a younger child that just needs entertainment when you're commuting, you know, to work or back home.
Yeah, you know, affordability is relative, as well as needs vary.
Yeah.
So it's good that you have a wide range for people to select from, so anybody can come in and find something that's right for them. Let's, if we could, segue to DigiNet.
Yeah.
And the promotions there in terms of the entry plan. What can you tell us about what's happening with DigiNet?
Well, we have a limited time offer with our entry plan for $49 now. You can get DigiNet. You get 20 megs of speed, so that's, you know, if
how fast is 20 megs? What can you do with 20 megs?
You could do everything with 20 megs.
Netflix?
Yes, you can without buffering.
Wow.
20 megs is
That's a fiber connection, by the
yes,
way.
it's
for
because
$49.
of the, for $49. It's because of the fiber connection. So you have this directly to your home. You know, you're not sharing bandwidth with your neighbors. So you have quality internet service starting at $49. And like you mentioned, affordability is important. A lot of people, you know, needed internet at home to allow their kids to learn at home or do work from home. And so that $49 plan is essential for them, and it's for our new customers. It includes your modem rental, taxes. It's $49.
Wow.
And
so
you have
no $49 and 1 cent.
No.
It's $49. I just check cause taxes, you know.
And now, so you hear that, people. There's no longer a need to go and steal your neighbor's Wi-Fi, or to go and
change your password.
Right, and have your neighbors keep changing their password.
Exactly.
Because you have a $49 deal that you could access.
So this is ideally for you know, young professionals starting to work out. I mean, starting a new job. So, you know, they'll be able to also get their own internet, like Brittany mentioned, Netflix and chill. You know, all of these things require having an internet connection. We're learning online now. We're doing a lot of things online. So it gives us the opportunity to be able to expand connectivity across the country of Belize and reaching in areas or allowing customers who might not be able to afford a higher plan to also get this entry-level DigiNet.
Now we're quickly running out of time, and we have to wrap up soon. But what other deals and services does DigiWallet have to offer?
DigiWallet.
Well, DigiWallet, I wanted to also mention when it comes to the merchant, since we're talking about DigiNet, so we're also incentivizing our merchants. I know we spoke about that earlier today. We have a lot of merchants. We have like over 400 plus merchants that we've onboarded, and it just every day we're getting in application after application. So we do have a promotion for merchants where they can win 1 year free DigiNet. You know, so they have the most sales in their business. So it's a way to incentivize and reward merchants for doing good. So we do have that promotion for our merchants, and we're going to be giving it to the top 3 merchants.
And DigiNet? DigiNet.
Well, today is the last day to sign up and be able to enter into our raffle to win a 1 year free DigiNet service as well. So that, of course, will encompass our existing customers because they aren't forgotten. They have up to 33% increase in their speeds currently. So they will be entered into a raffle to potentially win 1 year free DigiNet service.
Yeah, and finally, let me just ask about the final promotion, at least that I have on my list, as it relates to DigiNet increased speeds. I understand customers will be enjoying that.
Yeah, because like I mentioned, the $49 entry plan is for new customers. Or existing customers that have our DigiBasic, DigiDouble, or DigiTriple plan, they got up to 33% increased speed. So if you were on the $79 plan, you're now from 30 megs to 40 megs in terms of speed. On our highest plan, you're now up to a whopping 150 megs in terms of speed. So, you know, that's if you have a huge family at home, everybody's connected, gaming, you have Netflix running, you're doing homework, then that's a perfect plan for you because it bundles your home internet with your home phone and a free mobile plan as well.
Yeah, so imagine if you could do a lot with 20
20
megs,
minutes.
what you could do with 150. The possibilities are endless. Ladies, I appreciate Digi. I appreciate how much you guys have evolved throughout the years to keep up with the times. I mean, it's a staple for me as a young person. It was, and then to see the evolution.
We all started with Digi at some point. But I noticed that we still have some. You all have other promotions. You have the dollar data. You have the Digi at night.
Tons of mobile promotions all the time. So if you can't keep up, because I know you were going on, you could always, you know, I mean, we are on Facebook, Instagram, our website.
You have the win a free week DigiNet prepaid.
DigiNet prepaid, that's for those persons who may, you know, if you have a home down in Placentia, let's say, and you're not there all the time, maybe DigiNet prepaid is for you because you only want internet when you're vacationing for a week or so. Or if you want the flexibility of only getting internet, you know, at certain periods throughout the month, then DigiNet prepaid is there to offer that flexibility. But yes, lots more on our website if they want more information.
And the website is
livedigi.com or digiwallet.bz.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you both for coming on and
thank you for having us.
Having this informative. Right, you might win an iPhone or $100 cash to buy more tacos.
Well, they have to get the tacos.
We're working on it.
Please make it fast.
Make it fast. Okay, give me tacos.
With that, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk all about the bliss. We're going to talk about dance entertainment that's coming up this weekend. So you don't want to miss that segment. It's going to be very interesting. Stay tuned.
With eCash, bill payment is extremely convenient, and all utility companies accept eCash payments. What's even better? You get to split bills with your roommates, siblings, or whoever you desire. Simply open your eCash app, go to Bill Pay, tap the respective utility company, enter the information, and pay the bill. Then tap the transaction made. Tap Split the bill. Select Evenly. Send the request to who you are splitting the bill with, and get notified when they pay. Talk about making life easy and avoiding confusion. You can split the bill for restaurants, grocery stores, and for any eCash payment you make. To find your next yummy meal, hair treatment, or chill spot, simply open the app and utilize the geolocation service to see nearby businesses that accept eCash. Geolocation and bill payment make life a whole lot easier.
Tonight we're really late.
That was so much fun since this pandemic forced us on lockdown and like my online classes have been so stressful.
Oh my God.
And I bet you're glad that you finally get out.
Yes, that's true. And that girl, you may let loose. I never did expect that from you. Oh, Melanie.
Well defended again by Beverly.
Everyone else, this is a nice one.
George the drive and the finish. Posting up Marcus Morris.
My gosh. Look like Kobe hit him real hard. My gosh, Melanie. Now you the top. You see why me? The married life. She can even enjoy her friends like in a peace.
Mind your business. Someday you might find a great guy too.
Exactly. Well, I still kind of have a crush on him because remember the one where I danced with at the wedding?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah, well, I would have go fall up down with him any day.
Anyways, when you don't cause enough trouble for one night, make a walk on the out.
Alright.
Now I believe I have to go to that place at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Morning. Your friend Melanie bring this for you on the way to work? Check it. Check it. You have to be more appreciative. You got some nice friend. And remember, nothing never happened last night, right? Right?
I love you, Jack. You have to do this for you. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Your future self will thank you.
No. I need help.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, women and girls were at the highest risk of suffering domestic violence. Domestic violence involves violence between any member of the same household. It can happen to females or males, young or old. However, the evidence has shown that women and girls face the greatest risk. That risk has heightened due to the impacts of the pandemic, including job losses, mounting stress, and restrictions to movement and recreation. We can all help to combat violence against women and girls during the COVID-19 pandemic. Just like Melanie did, you can reach out to someone who is struggling and help them to find a way out. It is never easy, but together we can fight this. Belize will not be safe until its women are safe. Secure Belize.
Download the SmartStream app on the Android Play Store and create your account to get access to movies and stream at home or on the go. Prepaid customers can purchase regular data packages or get a discounted rate on a special SmartStream package by dialing 7737. Postpaid customers will be billed monthly. Never miss a movie again with SmartStream.
And we are back with our final conversation for this morning. In studio, we have with us our friends from the Institute of Creative Arts. Joining us, we have Kim Vasquez and Jalen Craig. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm excited to talk about Resilience.
Yes.
Yes, so tell us a little bit about that, the inspirations behind it. I know it's been 2 years since you guys had a performance, so what are the preparations like?
It started off with us having a discussion with the dance companies that are resident there at the Bliss. We started this discussion, I think, in maybe as early 2021. Just trying to recommit to a working relationship with the constraints of the pandemic, and just Ika wanting to be supportive of the creative arts. We met, and we the discussions to have a collective dance show started then, and then we zeroed in on the theme of resilience, which is it's how it's been for us with the arts during the pandemic. And I don't know, I think one day I was randomly speaking to Jalen and we were trying to come up with a name, and then I said Resilience. I was saying the word resilience, and then I said Resilience, and we went with that. Yes. So here we are. We have Belize National Dance Company, Modern Dance Movement, Ugundani, and Belize Afro Dance Formation coming together. Like as you said, it's been a couple years since we've had a dance show like this at the Bliss, so it's very exciting.
What does that mean for Belize Dance Movement? What can we expect?
Yeah, for modern dance movement, it's actually a completely different experience for us now that we are able to be a part of a live performance. So we've been doing shows pre-recorded, and so it is a completely different experience having a show that's live. So our teens and adults in modern dance movement will be participating in this show this weekend, and the nerves are real, they're natural. So we've been practicing, as Ms. Kim said, we've been in the talks with the other dance companies resident in the Bliss. And it started way back in 2021. So we have been preparing for this moment for us to actually have a live performance as we are still experiencing the pandemic.
Talk to me a bit about how you've been able to keep this passion and fuel this passion during the pandemic to stay on your toes, no pun intended, during the pandemic, to the point where you're here now, we're seeing some loosening up of measures, and you're finally able to express yourself live.
Yeah, during the pandemic, modern dance movement never really stopped holding classes. When we were under lockdown, we were all online. So it was a time for us to be even more creative, even more innovative, so that we can reach out to our students in their homes. So it was a lot of trial and error, lots of that. But we were able to find a platform that suited the dancers being able to see me when I'm at home, and likewise for me to see them as well. And so I do believe experimenting and using the online platform was an opportunity for us to continue our dance training, our artistic expression, so that when the moments came, every now and then we were able to move back into the studio, maybe under lockdown again, come back off, straight back online. So it was an opportunity for us to see that, you know, there are certain things you can learn online, which, I mean, 2 years ago, we never would have imagined doing a full dance class online only.
Right, because the idea is it's an in-person type of interaction. So I'd imagine
perfect time and movement.
I remember saying that to me, our expressive arts, our performing arts educators were like the unsung heroes for children during the pandemic, especially during that lockdown phase, because I could remember 2020 around this time I was trying to do Festival of Arts online, and I didn't even know how that would pan out, or I just decided to just go with it because this would be Festival of Arts season, and you had Jalen and all of the dance companies as well as the music teachers immediately transitioning. They didn't know what they were doing either, but they made it work for their students, and that was a way of keeping children, I guess, engaged in the art during a time when they were not even going to school. When packages weren't even starting to come out yet, I really have to commend them because they never dropped the ball. They immediately transitioned to online teaching.
I think that's, well, Paul and I were talking about that earlier this morning, where the arts kind of gave us that little bit of peace for our mental health, for our mental wellness when it came to the pandemic, that we looked to the creative arts for just a way to think about something else. Dance, painting, music became kind of like a meditation therapy for people in the lockdown. So how is this performance, how is the resilient dance different from the performances that you had pre-pandemic?
I'm going to let Jalen answer, but I think if it's specific to this, I think it's the theme, and she will maybe be able to say more of what they're preparing. But definitely, I think there is so much hope. There is so much a feeling of just, you know, we get this again for us just at the Bliss. The whole emotion and the energy behind the show. That's what I'm trying to say. I was telling Jalen, the phone is ringing. People are calling for tickets. We have people coming in to buy tickets. You know, and this gives us such a feeling that I guess unless you work in theater and you work in the performing arts, it's hard to explain. But as you're coming close to showtime and we have technical rehearsal tonight, the momentum builds. But I guess she will tell you more about what you can
expect. But before she gets into that, you were mentioning that you had the Christmas prom before that.
Yes.
Do you feel that difference?
I feel it's been building because we were still, this dance show has been in the pipeline for several months and we postponed it several times because we wanted to be able to have that audience. You need to have a live audience to truly experience the emotion of dance and everything on stage. So we waited. But we did have a Christmas prom on a small scale there, and again the feeling was different because there was, are we opening up? Or, we still have cases. Not that we're throwing caution to the wind at all. I want to make that very clear, right? We're not doing that with Resilient Dance. But yeah, we feel like the momentum has been building. We had Women in Art. That exhibit is still up. And again, we were surprised with the response from the public.
People were outside.
People were out. People were calling the day to ask, "Can we come in now and look at the exhibit?" And we was like, "It's opening Monday," And so it had been a while since we had an art exhibit there at the Bliss as well. So I think that the public miss the arts. Yes. They miss coming to a theater show. And so with that in mind, we're making that appeal that you support Resilient Dance. Yes. We're really touched by the gesture of the dance companies because they're not taking the door for themselves, they're putting it towards their home, which is the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts.
So Jillian, what can we expect when we go out there on Saturday?
Yeah, I agree with Ms. Kim in that it has been building. I believe that all dance groups that will be participating, including the guest artists that have been invited, I believe that after this experience with the pandemic, not being able to perform in front of a live audience, I believe that is the biggest reason why we are pushing We Are Resilient, so that we can actually enjoy a moment in front of an audience. So I believe that this is actually a completely different experience pre-pandemic compared to the pre-pandemic performances. Just the experience of not knowing when you'll ever get the chance to perform again. That feeling, that experience will be seen on stage now that we have that moment this weekend on Friday and Saturday.
Yes, so it's a two-day show.
That's right.
Two-night show. And how long is it going to be and what time does it start?
It starts at 7:30 both nights, Friday, tomorrow, and Saturday. Like I said, we have some guest artists, and each group has well over 3 dances. So it's a packed night.
It's a packed night.
Lots of energy. You will be seeing different kinds of dance as well. So I can assure you that there is something in there for everyone.
Yes. The 2 nights, it's 2 different performances.
It's the same show, and the reason why is because again we're not seating to capacity.
Definitely.
So we want to make sure that we had 2 nights. Yes. You can't, if we're at capacity for 1 night, you can roll over to the other night. As Jalen said, it's a full evening at the theater. There's going to be an intermission. You'll be able to go up on the Palm Terrace where there is, fresh air out there. Again, like I said, we're not throwing all caution to the wind. I think that there is something for everyone to enjoy because we have a dance company like Belize Afro Dance Formation that takes dancers at a very young age, some of them 4 or 5 years old. So this will be their first time performing. Imagine some of them came into dance during pandemic.
Don't know what a live performance
Don't know what
really
a live performance is.
Yeah. Yes, that's interesting. Now, I also want to touch a bit on the developments there at the Bliss, in that this event is happening at the Bliss, and when those interested attend the Bliss, they'll see some renovations.
Oh
that is
yes,
taking
we're so
place
excited
there.
about that as well. I mean, and it's not only from the outside; it's renovations that have happened from the inside out. You know, so that's very exciting as well, and that's a part of the momentum and the push behind Resilience, because we're not done renovating the Bliss. It's an ongoing process. And so we want to be able to have shows. We're not waiting. We want to be able to have shows. We want the theater business to come back.
Yeah, so we've resolved some of the air conditioning issues.
Oh, you will have an air conditioned show. You don't have to worry.
Definitely.
Yes.
I mean, we have some amazing performances at the Bliss, but it could get a bit hot in there.
No,
sometimes.
we can tell you that the air conditioning will be on.
I think that is what he was asking about with the whole, there's renovations, he just don't want to go to AC.
He just don't want to go to AC.
But I want to know if you are already at full capacity and if I can still purchase a ticket.
No, you can still purchase a ticket if you move quickly. You know, they're $20 for adults, $10 for children. We have, like I said, 2 shows. It starts at 7:30. There's a variation of genres. We go slow, then we're going to go high, and then we have Ugundani going to close out the show, the 2 nights with a cultural performance. So there's a lot to look forward to. We have the little ones opening, you know, and then, you know, like I said, we have the other dance companies. We have our guest performances.
I like how I don't have one end time. It starts at 7:30 and it ends when they're done. When they end when they want, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So $20 for adults, $10 for children.
Yes.
It's at the Bliss, 2 nights.
Yes.
Is there any surprises that we can expect?
Well, again, I will have to ask Jalen if she can tease anything
Yes,
there.
I know, because we keep asking her what we can expect, right? And she's like,
yes, I'm leaving the suspense.
We're leaving the suspense, yes.
And watch the performances.
Yes, I think that you will be pleasantly surprised. Yes.
And so this is only, you can only go and see it, right? There's no live streaming.
There's no live streaming because we are going to be offering for sale copies, digital copies afterwards of the show.
And those are going to be for sale, of course.
Yes, for sale, and again, it goes towards the Resilience effort, which, like they said, it's for the continued upgrades to the theater. Yeah.
Perfect.
Lovely.
All right, well, I certainly have to get on top of purchasing my ticket.
Where can we purchase tickets?
At the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. You know, your colleague Dwayne Moody is our MC for the 2 nights. Yes, he is. Yes, he's been he's a big dance supporter.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, maybe he will encourage you all to put on your dancing shoes.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I'll stay in the audience and enjoy.
Yeah, same. I'll be watching. I'll be watching Jalen be graceful.
Yeah, but I definitely have to get my tickets.
Yes.
So I'll head on down to the Bliss, and I encourage our viewers to head on down to the Bliss and get your tickets. You do not want to miss this live performance. As far as they've explained it, I am now excited to witness.
Yes, and we have to wrap up. But any final words for our viewers about modern dance movement and the Resilience?
Just real quick to thank again the dance companies. I mean, this is more than a dance show. It's about dance education. It's about a new generation of dancers coming to the Belize stage. I don't know if Jay would like to say anything in closing, but I just wanted to express my appreciation and love for their support as a part of the ICA family.
Likewise, I would like to thank Ms. Kim and the rest of the ICA staff who, during the lockdown, they were in contact with us, you know, checking in, asking when do you think we can try something. We would stay in contact throughout the lockdown stages of the pandemic. And I also do want to send a message out to the entire community in Belize, specifically Belize City, if you are able to come and support, because I am sure at some moment when you are younger, you know, you grew up at the Bliss, you probably took a class at the Belize National Dance Company, you probably attended a theater
Festival
show,
of Arts,
exactly, a summer camp, anything for the youth. So this is a moment for you as a community, a Belizean community, to help us in providing the funds to continue renovating so that we can keep the Bliss to its once amazing state, so that it doesn't have to become too dilapidated, and so we do need the funds to keep that going. So I'm reaching out to everyone in the community to please come out and support.
Yes.
All right.
Wonderful.
Well, it's a good
Can't
cause.
really close it off any better than that.
Right. So with that, we'll take our final break, and when we come back, we'll be wrapping up, doing a quick overview of all the discussions we've had this morning. So you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned.
Download the SmartStream app on the Android Play Store and create your account to get access to movies and stream at home or on the go. Prepaid customers can purchase regular data packages or get a discounted rate on a special SmartStream package by dialing 7737. Postpaid customers will be billed monthly. Never miss a movie again with SmartStream.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriela and my name is Kieran. Today we're going to be learning how to put on makeup.
Connecting people. Creating memories. Sharing a smile. Next Gen, the ultimate digital experience.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
In the last decade, Belize has risen to become one of the Caribbean's most popular tourist destinations. From beautiful beaches to lush jungles, vibrant cultures and people, and breathtaking World Heritage sites, Belize has it all.
Hi, I'm Angela from Belizing.com, and this is the Belizing Tourism Innovation Lab project.
Don't miss the virtual launch of the Belizing Tourism Innovation Lab project on Monday, April 4th at 8:30 p.m. right here on Channel 5. Tune in and become aware of how this project will positively impact and transform the tourism and economic sectors of Belize.
And we are back. What a great show.
What a great show, April. We began with these encouraging young women having a very important discussion on leadership and young women in leadership.
Yes.
It's encouraging for me to see these young women taking the reign, taking responsibility for their own roles in leadership in this country. I honestly, when it comes to leadership, I don't separate men from women.
Yeah, but that's easy for you, Paul.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I wish it would be more like that, because a leader is a leader.
It doesn't matter.
Regardless of your gender, according, at least as far as I see it. And so it's encouraging to see these young women taking up that reign.
I can't believe how many of them did that, 28 of them. And so I'm hoping that we see more strides in the political, economic, social professions where we can see more women in leadership roles. We had our friends from DigiWallet and Digi come in and talk to us about all of those exciting promotions. It was a long list. I hope we got all of them. Shanice, did we get all of them? We got all of them. So thank you so much to our friends at Digi for coming in, talking to us about all of these promotions. And you can download DigiWallet and be a part of that, automatically be a part of that raffle where you can win a iPhone 13. I'm not
Pro.
iPhone
13 Pro Max. Max Pro. Yeah,
something like that, because I am not good with tech.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you to DJ so much for coming in and sharing those exciting promotions with us. And then, of course, we had our friends from ICA, from The Bliss, talking to us about the first live dance performance that they're having since the pandemic.
Yeah, that's definitely something to look forward to on Friday and Saturday night. If you want to take your family out, then at this point, this is a great event to do. So that's something to look forward to for the weekend. But we cannot end the show without doing our birthday shout out.
Yes,
we have
yes.
a
We
birthday.
never forget, we promise.
We never forget. We just never remember until now. And so we want to say a happy birthday to none other than my brother, actually my village friend, my neighbor, you know, village people.
Everybody know everybody.
That probably my cousin.
That probably your cousin.
We want to say happy birthday to Derek
Garbot. Happy birthday,
happy birthday, Derek. It's I'm not sure how old you are.
No, I didn't say age on TV, but happy birthday.
From all of us here at Channel 5, Open Your Eyes, we do want to wish you a happy birthday, and we pray that you enjoy it to the fullest.
Yes, yes. Happy birthday, Derek. And with that, we have to end our show. But, you know, if you have any questions or concerns, you can always, link us up at oye@channel5belize.com. Or if you have any other questions or concerns, you can always look us up on Facebook and socials at Open Your Eyes BZ and on Instagram at OYE Belize. Thank you so much for coming in with us. You started your morning right with us here at Open Your Eyes. And with that, we want to remind you to keep your minds, your eyes,
and your heart open.
Yes. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.